Yo, this Revengeboyz here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This is gonna be against Emin3mfan41. We're found in the smogon Wi-Fi battle finder, and yes, it's gonna be an OU match. But this time, I am trying a weather team that Major Maru helped me put together because I was thinking of a OU team. I just couldn't find any synergy going. My brain was being retarded at the time, so I just asked for help because that's what friends do really. And he helped me out and he developed this team. I said, yeah, let me try it out for a bit. So as you can see on my opponent's side, he has a Sun team, so he's going to be Rain versus Sun, and his Kingdra is a weird thing to have in a Sun team, but I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of weather counter, just to counter like teams like mine exactly. And his Volcarona, I should watch out for that definitely, because that is going to be a major threat to my whole team really. Conkelda is also going to be a problem. Somehow I have to take that out because that thing can do a lot of damage to me if I let it set up one or two bulk ups, so I need to get that thing out of the way ASAP. Ninetales, I know that's not really going to be a threat, as I have Mamoswine, I have Rotom, basically anything apart from Jolteon and Ferroform that can really deal with it. He has a Gastrodon, not afraid of that. I do have Ferroform with the Power Whip, which can take care of that. For each rest, I just have to make sure that that thing doesn't set up rocks in any way. On my team, I have a Jolteon with Quick Feet. I have a Mamoswine, and my Mamoswine is a special set. It's Scarfed, Jolly Scarf, to catch out people a lot, which it has been doing in the past few games now, so I'm actually enjoying using it. My Ferroform, that's going to be my defensive wall with spikes and toxic spikes. It's a different set to my last one in the other team. My Rotom is going to be a max special defensive one. It's the bulky set. Starmie as well is going to be a bulky set with max defense, max speed. And my Politoed is going to be max HP with mixed defenses. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we are going to get straight into the match round about now. And as you can see, I'm going to lead off with my Jolteon. It's meant to be V equals to IR, but I put IA for some retarded reason, don't know why. And I'm going to just switch out to Rotom, and he goes for the sub. Not too worried, as I can volt switch out and take whatever he's going to do. So I'm going to send in my Politoed. It is max special defense if he wants to go for a attack of some sort. So now he's setting up D dances, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to do a Paris song roundabout now. So he goes for the waterfall, and it's going to do a lot because it is in the rain after all. It does a lot. And now I go for the Paris song just to basically make sure he switches out in the next 3 turns. So I'm going to go for a protect, predicting him to obviously go for an attacking move, and he does that. So now the Paris count will drop to 2. So I think now I'm switch out into my Ferrophone, high five me, and he goes for the waterfall again still, and it won't do that much, but it's still quite a bit, and I will also get Iron Barbs damage, which is a fair play on my part. Now he has to switch out, otherwise he's going to use his Kingdra, and now this gives me the perfect time to sell rocks. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I have to switch out into my Politoed to get the weather up and running again, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. He goes for the nasty plot, and I'm kind of afraid now because that is going to be a problem if I don't do something quick. So he goes into Gastrodon, but I predict something to come in, and I just go for the toxic because I just don't want to deal with that Gastrodon getting a Storm Drain. So I just went for the toxic straight away off the bat. I go back into high five me again, and he goes for the toxic because I predicted that. And yeah, now I'm going to go for the Power Vine or Spikes, one of the two, and he's going to send in Kingdra. But I go for the Leech Seed surprisingly, and just to sap some health off and force a switch. so I can set up my spikes with ease. So now he takes the time to go into his fortress, go for the spikes, but unfortunately I think he is going to spin, which is a shame because I spent a lot of time setting that up for basically no reason. So now I think I am going to go for the volt switch, but he is going to go back into his Ninetales, and I'm just going to volt switch off it just to get some kind of residual damage on it, and it does a huge amount. So imagine if I went for a Thunder. 2 Thunders would have easily been able to take it out, but I decided not to go for that. And now he's going to switch to his Gastrodon. Went for the volt switch, and obviously it will wall me. So now I go back out into High Five Me, and he makes a double switch back into his Ninetales, which is going to be a big problem because now I have to switch out, I think. And now I switch out into my Politoed, and now I'm going to go for a Scald on the Fortress just to break it sturdy, and I'm banking on the burn, hoping it does burn, and it does, which is good. But he goes for the Toxic, which is unfortunate, and I have to keep that Politoed now alive as much as possible because I need to win this weather war, otherwise things will not be looking good for me if I do not. So now I'm going to go out into my Starmie, my Shuriken, and he's going to go out into his Gastrodon. And now I'm going to switch out again, predicting a Toxic or something, but he goes for a Miracle, and it won't do much because it won't do anything, in fact, because I didn't do anything to it. So yeah, and he's going to go for a Recover, unfortunately, which is going to be a problem because now the Gastrodon can live a lot longer than what it was on before, so it's going to be a huge problem. I switch out back into High Five Me, and he goes for the Ice Beam, which isn't a problem because Ferrothorn can take that very well. And now he's going to switch out into his Volcarona, and I'm just going to Stealth Rock. But now I take the risk of my life and I keep the Ferrothorn in, and I'm going to sell Elite Seed. But now I make a really risky play here, and I keep it in again, predicting him to go for the Bug Buzz again. And now I'm just going to set up a layer of spikes. So now I'm going to switch out into my Politoed or Rotom, because I do not want to take a fire move at all, because otherwise it's not going to be good at all. So I go out into my max special defense with Rotom, and he goes for the Quiver Dance, which is kind of scaring me, but I know my Rotom can hang in there. And I think now he's going to switch out, not wanting to take the Hydro Pump. And I go for the Hydro Pump retardedly, and he gets the Storm Drain, which is going to be a shame because I really wanted that thing out of the way, and now it's not out of the way, which is going to be a problem now. So now he's stacked up all that health, and my Toad is going to just go for the Scald, I think, go for the Perisong, just to make sure that Gastrodon can't keep staying in and going for the Toxic. So I'm just going to Perisong to try and force him out as much as possible. And yeah, that's about it. And the Perisong count is on 3 at the moment, and I'm going to go back out into Wash and Wear. He's going to recover again, which isn't really a concern because I know eventually he will have to switch out. Now I'm going to go out into my Ferrothorn. He's going to go for the Toxic, and obviously I knew he would do that because I switched in a Steel type. So now his Gastrodon is taking some serious damage. Go back out into Rotom, and I know he's going to switch because he definitely does not want to lose that Gastrodon. So I know he's going to switch out to Fortress to try and take advantage to sell. But now I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, and that Fortress is going to drop, and I'm going to go out into my Extinct Mamoswine, and he goes out into his Ninetales, and here this catches him off completely, and I just go for the Scarf DQ, and his Ninetales is also going to die. So now I've secured the weather win basically, and yeah, things are looking good so far. And now he has Conch Elder. I'm just fearing a Drain Punch or Mark Punch, and I go out into my Shuriken to take it. And now I think I will go for the T-Bolt, and because it is a defensive one, I will be able to take it fairly well. So now I'm just going to keep hitting it, doing as much damage as possible, making sure I do not take any. I don't want anything to come in and take a massive Drain Punch, so I'm just going to wear this Conch Elder down as much as possible. I was fearing him to go for the Mark Punch here, but he doesn't seem to do it, which could have been bad. But other than that, I will be able to take it. So now I go out into a Polito just to get the weather going again, and I'm just going to go for a Scold, and it should do a lot. I was praying it shouldn't burn, and it doesn't burn, thank goodness. But now the Conch Elder is going to get a lot of health back from my Politoed. And now I am going to go for the Scold, and I think here it does crit, unfortunately for him, so which was a shame on him, because Hacks had to play its role just then and there. And now he goes out into his Kingdra, and I think he is going to go for the Warfall, so now it's going to die. So now I go out into my Jolteon, and I'm going to go for the Thunder, and it is 100% due to the fact I have Rain, and it gets paralyzed, and it actually survived because I think he said during the match he actually trained his special defense a bit, so that's why I was able to survive. I just go for the Signal Beam just to kill it off. Could have went for the Volt Switch, but didn't want to because I was thinking I could kill the Gastrodon off from where it is. Go for the Signal Beam again, but unfortunately the Gastrodon survives, and that's going to be another issue because now this thing is going to be alive, and he could just basically go for recovers on and off over and over again, which is going to be a shame if that is the case. So now I think I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed just to seed anything that comes in on the switch, and his Volcarona comes in on hazards, which is going to hurt a lot. Should have went for the Power Whip to kill it off. Not sure if it even would have killed it off from there, doubt it, but I just went for the seed. And yeah, now he is going to roost, unfortunately, and I'm just going to set up more hazards just to make sure that other things that are coming and take serious damage before they come in, so it'll make my life a whole lot easier to deal with these things. So now he sets up one Quiver Dance as I switch into my special defensive Rotom Wash, and now I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump in the rain, so it should be able to kill this Volcarona from where it is, definitely in the rain. And he goes for a Bug Buzz, and it doesn't even do over half, and the Hydro Pump will kill it off. So now he switches out into his Gastrodon, and he decides to forfeit. So it was a good game, a very good game. This team Major Maru developed is working very well, and I'll be posting more battles of it because I'm starting to enjoy this weather team. And that will be Revengeboyz signing out, and a shout out to Major Maru for making this team for me. Peace.